Today in the judge's courtroom we have a career criminal who in my opinion should have gotten a much harsher sentence. Listen to this case and let me know if you agree or disagree, and if you like this content please subscribe and leave me a comment. Your feedback is greatly appreciated.
A misdemeanor of the first degree in violation of 4511-19A1A. At that point in time, the case is referred for a pre-sentence report and investigation and drug and alcohol evaluation. We were originally set for sentencing back on October 16th of last year. The defendant did not appear. He has since been apprehended, and we are here today for purposes of sentencing. Defendant is present with his counsel, Mr. Brett Jordan.
Mr. Jordan.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. I've had the opportunity to review the pre-sentence report as well as the drug and alcohol assessment. I'll start with that, Judge. As you can see, this case does involve an OVI. After his evaluation, it was determined that he does have a substance abuse issues, specifically with alcohol. There are recommendations for treatment, which would be appropriate in this particular matter. Judge, understanding that he failed to appear, I know that he will apologize to the court. Judge, I'd ask that the court would consider one of two options. I'd ask the court to consider a community control sanction with some local incarceration time, followed up by the substance abuse treatment, inpatient and or outpatient, whichever is deemed necessary. If the court does not see that he is fit for community control sanctions, I would ask this honorable court to sentence him to a 9-month sentence. Thank you.
Mr. Dunn, what do you want to tell me before I impose sentence in this case?
Honor, I'm sorry for not coming to sentencing. At the time of my sentencing date, I had a child being born. His due date was in January of this year. It came on January 16th, 25. So I was just trying to catch the birth. Not saying that's an excuse, but
Then why didn't you turn yourself in after that?
honestly, Honor, I really don't know.
Well, because you didn't want to. I mean, you didn't want to end up where you're at. That's why.
That's part of the reason, but I really was trying to just catch that bond with my son before I do have to go to jail.
How'd you get caught?
U.S. Marshals pulled me over. I was going to the dentist.
You have this habit of when you are confronted by police that you run. You do it every time. You did it when the marshals went and grabbed you up, right?
I didn't know where it was, to be honest. They hit my car. The car I was in. They hit the car.
Well, they boxed you in, right?
I didn't know who it was. I didn't know who it was.
Who did you think it was?
I didn't know who it was.
I mean, who in your mind would be boxing you in like that?
I'm not thinking it's the U.S. Marshals. I'm not thinking it's like, I got a case in Lake County. I'm not thinking that they in Cleveland, Steelyard, West Side looking for me.
Yeah.
I'm not knowing who it is.
Well, what?
I'm not knowing who it is.
Okay. So you don't. I don't want you speaking about this. I just want to make an observation that when you got picked up by the marshals, there was a lot of stuff in your possession or within your control that's illegal that you're going to have to deal with in another place in Cuyahoga County at some point, I assume. Okay, but the fact is that you've got a long record, multiple times in prison, and it seems like that you do the same things over and over again. And I don't know if you expect a different result when you do these things, but you're getting the same result every time you do it. So, so you're going to pay the penalty for it, and hopefully, if any bond with your son means anything, truly means anything to you, you're going to stop doing the same shit over and over again. But that's up to you, not up to me. Anything else you want to say?
I'm sorry for running, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Linden, you can have a seat.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, as I indicated in chambers, the state would recommend a prison term. The defendant in this matter, as you know, failed to appear for sentencing, committed new offenses, had to be apprehended by the marshals. He was gone for a year. He has a lengthy criminal history, drug and alcohol issues. He has several prior prisons, and they're not minor offenses. His first in 2009 was for the aggravated robbery, F1, and weapons under disability, F3. He had 7 years on that case then. That was followed in 2017 by drug trafficking, weapons under disability, and in 2021 with several counts of drug trafficking and weapons under disability. So in this case, the state would submit that he is not amenable to a community control sanction, that prison should be imposed. He does have 50 days of credit for time served. We would also ask that the requisite driver's license suspensions be meted out on count 1. It's a 3-year to life, and count 2, 1 to 7 years. Sorry, and then the fine on the OBI.
How much is that? 535?
525 to 1625.
525. Okay, I've reviewed the pre-sentence report and the drug and alcohol evaluation. I've listened to Mr. Dunn, listened to counsel. I've considered all the provisions in 29, 29, 11, 12, and 13. You are clearly not amenable to community control. Just in and of itself, the fact that you were here in September of last year and pled guilty and then didn't show up to your pre-sentence interview or for your sentencing on October 16th. So you clearly are not, cannot be counted on to show up, because you don't. You've got a fairly serious juvenile record. As an adult, as Ms. Linden has indicated, you got the ag robbery with a 3-year firearm specification that you went to prison March 9th of 09, got out November 8th of 15. So a 6.5-year time period. In April of 16, you got the weapons under disability charge. You were put on probation. You've also got, in 17, a trafficking and drugs charge, weapon under disability. That was March of 17, so you went to prison. August of 17, you got a 9-month sentence, got out December of 17. You've got a trafficking with a firearm specification in July of 20. Got a 2-year prison sentence. You were granted judicial release on that, March of 22. Violated, kept you on probation, and eventually just kicked you off of probation in August of 24. August 28th of 24, you got off of your judicial release, community control. This happened in December of 23. So nothing has changed with you. You just keep doing the same thing. So, and then you just don't show up, and you get caught in Cuyahoga by the marshals, and you're going to apparently face charges there, but that's not my concern. You've also got an OVI in 22 in Parma. You got this OVI in December of 23. You got another one in August of 24. Now, why you escaped the warrant out of this county and when you were in Garfield Heights Muni, I have no idea, but you should have been grabbed up then. If you had gotten grabbed up then, you wouldn't be dealing with the charges you're gonna have in Cuyahoga. So, nothing that you've done throughout your juvenile and adult life is working, but you can do whatever you wanna do, and I'll do what I need to do. So, it's up to you if you're gonna change anything or not. In consideration of everything I've talked about, on count one, I'm gonna sentence you to 24 months in prison with credit for 50 days. Count two, the OVI, 180 days, credit for 50, that's concurrent by statute. The costs are assessed on count one, a 6-year driver's license suspension. Count two, a 6-year driver's license suspension, and a $525 fine. When you get out, you might be on post-release control for up to 2 years under the parole authority with conditions. If you violate, the parole authority can return you to prison for up to 9 months for each violation, up to 1/2 of my sentence. If your violation is a new felony, you could get an additional consecutive prison sentence for the violation, the maximum of which would be the greater of 12 months or the time left under post-release control. Anything else, Ms. Linden?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Mr. Jordan?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Court adjourned. Please like, share, and subscribe. Leave me a comment in the comment section. Your feedback is greatly appreciated.